Hello YouTube, VG Time here again with another deck profile, this time for the King Vegeta leader. This leader is one of my favorite leaders, and we're just going to get into the deck profile. He has a permanent on the front side that prevents you from playing non-Saiyan battle cards in your deck. And he has an activate main once per turn where you can take a life, add it to your hand, search the top 5 cards of your deck, add a red or green Saiyan to your hand, or one King Vegeta's Majesty. Then there's Awakening skill. If you have King Vegeta's Majesty on the table and 3 energy, it allows you to untap 1 energy and draw a card to flip him over. On the backside, he becomes King Vegeta, Leader of the Saiyans. And what he gains here is an activate main once per turn that's modal. So the 2 modes that you could choose from is either KO one of your red or green Saiyans, and if you do, he gets plus 5,000 in double strike, which helps you close out the game. And then the other mode is that you could play 2 costed battle card from your hand onto the field that's red or green. And if you do, you draw a card. So that helps you to expand your board presence for little to no investment. And on both sides, he allows you to get cards without having to attack your opponent. Getting into the rest of the cards, we have 4 copies of King Vegeta's Dynasty. This is the Field Extra card. Has an effect that when you play it, you get to play a 2 cost or less battle card from your hand. And if you do, you get to draw 2 cards. So it replaces itself as well as the card that you played. And then it has another auto that when your opponent attacks with a card, you could choose to rest one of your red energies, send it to the drop area, and negate the attack. The cards we choose to play off this card as well as the leader's second effect are 4 copies of Super Saiyan Son Goku, as well as 4 copies of Son Gohan Brainwash. Both of those cards get around the fact that it negates the skill since they are skillless. They're also 20k, so they put a lot of pressure on the opponent, even if they're awakened. Another card we play off of it is 3 copies of Quick Rush Trunks. Quick Rush Trunks is a 15k crit attacker. For the turn, he is going to be vanilla, but if they survive on the field, it can put pressure on your opponent. But the main reason for playing that is that we run a whole engine around Chain Attack Trunks. I know he kind of fell out of favor right now in the counterplay meta, but if you play him correctly, you can still get his effect off easily. His effect is EX Evolve Double Red on top of Trunks GT. Then he has a permanent that allows him to attack battle cards in active mode, and an auto that when you play him, you get to play another battle card with 15,000 attack or less. One of those battle cards we play are 2 copies of Fearless Pan. This card right here chooses your red leader and battle cards other than itself. Give them 5k and double strike, so it can help you close out the game. It's a barrier blocker as well to provide you a little bit of defense. Also played 2 copies of Super Saiyan Broly Rampaging Rush. This guy right here cares whether or not you have red, green, multicolored cards and energy. If you do, when you play them, you get to draw a card, your opponent discards a card, and you get to KO one of their guys on the field. Then, to allow us to disrupt our opponent plays, we played 4 copies of Vegeta the Cruel and 2 copies of Mach Speed Kaio-Ken Son Goku. Starting with Vegeta the Cruel, he counterplays, costs 2 if you have a multicolored card in your energy. Same thing with Mach Speed Son Goku. Vegeta the Cruel, if you play him on your opponent's turn, could KO a battle card with cost 4 or less and warp a card from your opponent's hand. And then Mach Speed Son Goku, if you play it, gives minus 10k to a battle card, and if you play it on your opponent's turn, you give an additional minus 5k to an opponent's card. Then Son Gohan the Avenger. He is our other negate or choice besides the Field Extra card. In this case, he costs only 2 on your opponent's turn. And when you play him with the counterattack, he has an auto to minus 10, a battle card, or a leader card. So he effectively shuts down 2 attacks if done right. and he's a 20k body. But as far as the multicolor cards, we play 4 copies of Broly Demonic Origin. That is your Ignore an Energy Exhaust card for the energy. And this deck is really easy to get due to the front side effect of your leader. 2 copies are Raditz Arrival and the Invader. This card right here, combos for free if you have a red-green multicolor card and energy. And then he has an effect of when you play him, you get to look at your opponent's hand, choose a battle card with attack 35,000 or less, and send it to the warp, which hits most of the cards in the game except for ultimates. Then we play for our super combo, 4 copies of Nappa Demolition Man. This guy right here, when you combo with him, comes into play after that combo. When you combo with him from your hand, that is. So that allows you to get 2 uses out of him, as well as create board presence on your opponent's turn that they will have to deal with because he's a 10k, so he pressures unawakened leaders. And the benefit from that free dual color comboing that both Nappa and Raditz gives you, we play 4 copies of Super Saiyan Blue Gogeta Resonance Explosion. He arrivals for a single red, assuming that you have a red and green or a red-green battle card in a combo area. And when you play him, you could choose a battle card with cost 4 or less and destroy it. So he's great on defense to disrupt your opponent's battle card attacks. And he's also good on offense because he's a 20k double striker. Then we have 1 copy Faded Kaio-Ken Son Goku. This right here comes in the trial deck itself. It has a permanent where you can only have 1 of it on the table. He arrivals for a red and a green. And he has an activate main where you can take a life, add it to your hand, and if you're at 3 or less life, he gains double strike and dual attack, so he can help close out a game. And the last arrival card we play is 1 copy of SS3 Scramble, Raditz, Vegeta, and Broly. This is the ultimate for the deck. It's one of the cheaper ultimates in the game, so I do suggest that if you want to play this deck, go out and get it. It could also go into various other decks, so it's not like it's only tied to this one. But he has a rival for triple red, double green. And when he has 2 autos, when he enters play, he burns your opponent for 2, so they take 2 life added to their hand. So if they're at 2, he automatically kills them. And then he has another auto, which is very game-breaking on the final turns that you're going for game, where if they try to combo with a card with a cost 2 or less, you could choose a card in their combo area and send it to the drop area. So that's not once per turn. That's every time they will combo with a card 2 or less. And it doesn't have to be the card that they comboed with. So if they try to combo with something bigger and then, combo with something smaller, you could choose the higher combo power card and send it to the drop area. Then the last 4 cards are utilities. So we have 2 copies of Son Goku in Close Quarters. This right here is our barrier removal. It removes barrier threats cost 3 or less, so you can combo with it or play it from your hand. And then last but not least is Super Saiyan Broly Unforeseen Force. This right here allows us to deal with little pesky weenies and tokens. When you play it and you have a red-green multicolor energy, you could, at the end of your turn, choose battle cards with a total cost up to 3 and KO them. And you also get to draw 2 cards and discard a card. So, again, one of my favorite decks. Is one of the only real tempo decks in the game. And I hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you again soon.